The CS2 market currently is going dry because there is no new Armory update around, but for example the Mac-10 derailment from the Train 20 and 25 collection in the factory new condition has completely exploded in price. I mean, previously it has been around like 27 euros, then it has pumped all the way to 40, went back down to 34, and currently we're selling almost at the same price we've peaked at, which is kinda insane. We're basically reaching new all-time highs as we're speaking of it. And this skin hasn't even been discontinued out of the Armory. The factory new condition derailment is very underlooked right now in my opinion. It has a lot of potential, and just so we're clear here, for example the minimum wear conditions and the factory new conditions, they do look very similar, but the supply of the factory new ones is very limited, and in the future once these skins actually get discontinued, I think a lot of people will be using these for trade-ups. Obviously it's not one of the best fillers out there, but the options are gonna be limited in the Train 20 and 25 collection. There's at least just my own prediction. A lot of people are speculating that the Tech 9 Whiteout could carry this collection yet alone, right? But for example, a lot of purple and pink skins will be very desirable since they will be used up a lot, and the supply of these can't really grow that fast, I would say, because the light blue skins from the Train collection are also very limited. There's not many of them out there because people are using them in trade-ups, and once they're actually discontinued, I think a lot of these skins could rise even more in price. That's at least just my own prediction. As you know, I've already gotten a couple of Mac-10 derailments just because I think long-term these have a lot of potential. The Desert Eagle Naga from the Chroma collection in the factory new condition to be exact is very rare. As I've already said in one of our previous videos, we can compare it to the Tech 9 Whiteout. The supply of these is actually not huge in the factory new condition, and yes, it's kinda pricey, but I think the Chroma skins will be only rising because the demand for these is actually up there. And I'm not talking only about the skins inside, I'm only talking about the case, because these cases are still getting opened a lot, even though this case is kinda expensive, and the odds to get this Desert Eagle out of this case are very slim. So definitely check these old school collections out, because I think there's a lot of potential in these skins, since not a lot of people are currently going for these because they look kinda pricey up on the market. I understand that, but I think there's a lot of potential here. Skins.com is a CS2 marketplace where you can buy and sell all your favorite and desirable skins. Compared to other sites, when selling your skins you have 0% fees on top of that. You also have a huge variety of deposit methods and many different ways to withdraw, connect with other players and trade your items safely through the secure system. Make sure you go and check them out, click the link in the description. Also, here is a very underrated investment in my opinion, the Mac-10 Oceanic from the Spectrum 2 collection. I mean, generally speaking, I love the Spectrum 2 collection, and if we're going for the Mil-Spec skins, just like this Mac-10, always aim for the factory new condition up on this. Obviously this is not the best float, you can find some better ones, but generally speaking I would buy them in bulk, put them in my storage unit, wait a couple of months, and these cases, I mean these skins could start rising up just because the case is very demanded. Also the case is very stable upon the market. The supply is slowly but surely decreasing because obviously it's not dropping anymore for a while already. This is a discontinued skin, and I think there's a lot of potential to these skins since a lot of cases are getting consumed by the new players coming to the game, and in the next couple of years I can see these factory new skins rising by a lot. But that's just my own prediction. Make always your own research upon these investments, and let's get right into the next one. Ever since the AK-47 Red Rod has been pumped to the moon, it came all the way down, well at least almost all the way. It's from the Shattered Web collection. This case is also steadily rising in price, but to be honest I'm a minimalistic guy and I do really enjoy this AK. This is not the best AK in the game, but it still has some potential, and if you're gonna buy these, obviously aim for the factory new conditions because they are way more expensive. There's definitely some potential to it, but it's very volatile. I would be very careful upon these AKs, but I do really enjoy it. It has also pretty nice details to it, which I absolutely love. And if you want to use it as a play skin, I think minimal wear could also be just fine, but be very careful. You need to take it into account that these skins in a minimal wear condition are not gonna rise by a lot compared to the factory new condition, all the way down from like what, 22 euros, somewhere in that area, but it was also kind of pumped, so be very careful. We're currently doing the Glock 18 Nuclear Garden giveaway. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish to all of you in the comments the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. The Glock 18 Weasel from the Gamma 2 collection is in my opinion also a great play skin, but also at the same time in my opinion it's a great investment long term, because ever since we had the gold trade up update, obviously these skins have risen in price, and we're looking here at the field tested conditions, right? Because in the Gamma 2 collection we don't care actually about the conditions, because at the end of the day we we can get some nice gamma Doppler knives, and the condition upon those is gonna be factory new, right? So for the trade-ups it doesn't matter, but for collectors in a factory new condition, these skins could be worth even more long term, right? As you can see up on the graph, the demand is here. A lot of people are actually buying these skins, and it is very consistent in price, at least for the last month. It's definitely reasonable. On third-party websites you can find these definitely even cheaper, but as you can see, slowly but surely we're rising and rising and rising in price, and I think it has a long-term projected future. It's not gonna explode overnight, but I think it's definitely gonna keep that trajectory as long as the Gamma 2 collections cases are also gonna rise in price. Also, it is definitely possible that a lot of people are currently investing into the Train collection because they are thinking that it's gonna perform the best, and I'm not doubting it. I think long-term Train is gonna be the best collection ever, but I think one problem with it is that a lot of people are trying to sell these skins upon the actual removal when the spike is gonna happen, and notoriously when a lot of people expect something, the exact opposite is gonna happen. I'm not saying that skins are gonna crash, but I think, for example, some of the Axias here that we've invested in all the rainbow spoons could see maybe significant rises compared to the Train collection. Yes, these are the field tested condition skins, and if we compare them to the factory new pink skins from Train, we can't really compare them, but to the field tested ones, I think there's definitely some potential, but that's just my own prediction, and that's very risky, undercutting each other, and this could cause a problem. But the new skins in the game could also be a problem if a lot of people are gonna sell their old investments to get the new stuff. It always depends how good the new skins are going to look, and when Valve is actually gonna introduce the new update to the game. I think it is very unlikely that it's gonna happen tonight, but I think the next upcoming week the update is definitely gonna launch finally. My best advice upon the Armory is currently don't waste your Armory stars, wait for the final new rotation to come in and then start spending your stars, because at the end of the day the ROI is currently dropping for this collection. It's definitely not worth spending your Armory stars anymore. Also, CS2 released new music kits and I had to get one. I mean, this was one of my favorites out of all of the other ones. There's definitely some bangers there. Let's spend some more Armory stars because I want to hit that AVP long dog finally. No way we got back to back the P250 Constructivist, but this one looks actually very clean. Not happy with that. Let's do a no-spec. Please give me the AVP long dog. No, the Galil AR. Okay, one more, the final one. I'm not gonna look. Well, actually, I'm gonna look. Oh my god. And as I've already said, I think CS2 cases are definitely one of the better investments inside of CS2 right now. Generally speaking, I think there's a lot of potential in them. I'm currently invested a little bit into some different type of cases. In the future, I will be stocking up on some more. Also, I absolutely love discontinued cases, and I'm very heavily invested into the gallery case because I really do enjoy it. There's some other options also out there. There's so many different cases I absolutely love taking a look at, but there's too many. Sometimes you have no idea which cases you should be going for. That's why I love to diversify my investments. Obviously, the Fever case hasn't performed very well, but for example, the fracture cases have been performing pretty good for us. For example, something very interesting, the Desert Eagle Directive, in the factory new condition to be exact, has a supply of only 6,000 items, which is absolutely insane. If you compare it, for example, also to the Tech 9 Whiteout, Gamma 2 Blues and Train Mil-Spec skins make a very nice trade up in my opinion. And if you use these skins, you have the chances to get the factory new Tech 9 Whiteout, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. The potential is there, but it's very dangerous and volatile, guys. Be very careful. I just wanted to mention this straight up. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch my other videos.